Can you record and you forgot your mic's not recording? Yeah. Well, that's good because the intro's here. But anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to what's this channel's name again? I need to stop playing. Anyways, I am doing an update video on not only breeding, but I'm also see if I can get some races in, you guys. But apparently, there were a few flaws in my breeding video, and people have came to me about it and told me exactly what they were. Number one, if you breed a grade 5 horse, you only get 3 grades to max up a horse. And today I'm not only going to breed to show you exactly how to get these horses, I'm also going to try and predict the horses I will get. Now, you also hear some roaring and stuff in the background because I have my Jurassic World going and I was supposed to collect some coins and stuff from here. But let's just get straight into this and just see what's going on. But there was a thing about where I got a grade 5 horse, and I said, "Oh, if you get a grade 5 horse, you're able to max it up, go to class 11." No, that's not how you are supposed to breed the horse, and I got that wrong. But also, I'm also going to show how everybody's like breeding's broken. It's not completely broken, no. And it's not completely wrong either. I'm going to show you the science, quote unquote science, around AO and how you are getting what everybody calls bad horses from breeding. I am going to use maybe 100K to prove how this has worked out. For the starters, the best way to me that I've always had successful on in the last video is, of course, getting a default. Ruby is a default store horse. She is exactly 1 year old. I had her since my account was on. And she's still a great horse, especially stat-wise. If you add attack set to her, she'll be about 70 control and 60 strength, which is good for speed and, match. And in order to get the horse, you follow the first video, breed a default to a purebred, and you should get a +5 max lineage on the horse you want, either black, white, or whatever, so and so, whatever. But there's also a thing on how people were talking about they kept getting crappy horses from defaults, even though defaults have no lineage, no ancestry at all. Well, here's the thing. To prove that, everybody wants blacks, whites, and amber creams. Those are the main horses. When you click on lineage, it should bring everything down, the lineages. Let's say you want a black horse. The best way to get the black horse and the default +9 lineage, the max you can get is +5 lineage. You're not guaranteed to get it on the first try. But some people are like, oh, how do I breed this with this and get a horse that may look like this? Well, this person, whoever got this +9 lineage horse, I can tell you it wasn't easy. They probably spent maybe 500K getting it, or at the least, they probably got it on the first try, which is really, really lucky. But it's a +9, so they had to work towards getting it to +9. But always, before you can get a +9 horse, you're always going to start out with the +1. And every +1, you may get it like a purebred here, or a default here, or you might get like this person had they got a pure white and bred it to their chestnut and got it. You're going to have this somewhere in the ancestry before you get to the +9 lineage horses. And because of that, if you breed a +9 lineage horse to a +9 lineage horse, you still have the chance of getting whatever that +9 horse was made of. Like in this +9 horse, we're just going to pick one. It may says this, but you don't see where in this horse there could be maybe a chestnut or a Sabiano. You don't see that. It just says this is the skin that person got. That's all a +9 horse is saying. It's a purebred. It's from that skin, but if you breed a purebred to another purebred, you're going to get something else. And to test that out, I have the highest lineage horse I have is a white. Now, there's two ways you can get a white from this. And to show you, I'm going to pick two versions of whites out of here. I am going to go through and I will find a +9 white, but I'm also going to find a robot. The reason why I'll find a robot is because it has no ancestry. It's just white. So if you breed a just white to a white, you could possibly get there. Even though people are like, oh, well, if that's the case, why am I not getting the white horse? You're not always going to get that white horse. Just letting you know. And here goes this. Now, the difference between these horses right here is that there's a fact that this one has nothing in it. So you would think, oh, I'm supposed to get something from that horse to that horse. Well, when breeding first came out and you bred a white robot to another horse, everybody was freaking out. Yeah, it was kind of weird of getting it. I don't understand the logic behind that either. But it makes sense when you breed a robot to my horse, because my horse isn't necessarily pure. And even if it was pure, I had like I had a champagne or a black somewhere in there, and then somebody could have got, maybe this white horse could have came from a chestnut and a buckskin. They could have got a white. It's you have so many people who have overbred horses and are mixed with so much, you get random horses. Like, for instance, let's say I purify a horse to a white. Like, I know I bred only a white grade 8 with a medium mane tail to another white grade 8 to a medium mane tail. And I tried over and over, and I got a white medium mane tail. If you keep breeding horse with the medium or the long mane, 9 times out of 10, you're only going to have medium and long maned horses, and that horse's genetics. And then as you keep going and going, if you know that horse has that inside its genetics, then 9 times out of 10, if you breed a purified horse to your horse, you're going to get what that parent has. And that is where the genetics fall. And right here, I'm going to get a good chance of getting that, because that the stats or whatever from that horse is because, it's been right there. And right now, I'm going to breed Midnight to the robot and show you how this could work. Now, to guess what I'm going to get, the genetics went down on this one, so I'm probably not going to get anything. But this is a purebred 9. So if I breed this purebred 9 to my grade 7 horse, I'm supposed to get a white horse, right? Well, we're going to see now. But if not, I'm estimating I'm not going to get a white horse. I'm probably going to get a champagne or get nothing, which is okay. Sometimes you have a high chance. Oh, I got my money back from it. Sometimes you'll have high chance of getting horses like this and you don't get anything, but that's fine. Now let's try it with the robot. It has no ancestry, so if I get anything, 9 times out of 10 it's going to come from my horse of getting something. But even though the genetics is still okay from that horse, and I got an Appaloosa. And the way to explain to get an Appaloosa from a white and a white is a fact. Let me go ahead and randomize it. Here's Appaloosas are black-skinned horses with a white blanket. Let me show you where that came from. Black-skinned horses with a white blanket. Now, it kind of doesn't make sense for logical ones, but Appaloosas, when the game started, that's exactly how you can get an Appaloosa, was with a white and a horse. A white and a black. That's egg hatching on Jurassic World. A white and a black, you usually could get dapples. You usually can get Appaloosas like this one. Or a white and a black, if, black and white makes gray, you probably get champagne. Champagne, dapples, Appaloosas, other whites. That's probably the main things you will get if you breed a white with a white. That's pretty good. But with me, I'm usually getting Sweetie Bays from breeding purebred whites to purebred whites. How that logic works out, I don't know. Like, breeding, it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. But if you can know how to bend the rules around it and get what you want, then you could probably end up getting horses better than other people, because you're like, oh, well, this horse has this with this and that's that and that genetics and has high hearts, but it takes a while to find that perfect horse. And sometimes if you actually talk to the person who bred it, if they know exactly what they bred their horse to, then you can be able to get it from there. But I don't want to like bore you guys with stupid logics and stuff and things like that. But that's how I saw it. If I got this horse from a pinto, black and white. That's usually how you got pintos as well. You bred a black horse to a white horse, pinto. But the black came from that pinto. I can swear to you that. Because in this horse's ancestry, she showed me her horse ancestry before I bred my horse to it. This was almost the only thing that was in that ancestry was white, and then you got the starter horse base coat, which was the bay. And somehow she got the black and white. But in pintos, is usually black and white skin put together. So out of that pinto, I got the black. I don't know how. I thought maybe I would got a white. Bon appetit. I got a black horse with a white long mane tail. Well, not a long mane tail. Everybody be like, oh my god, this is not a freaking long tail. But yeah, that's how I got that horse. And all my whites were pretty random. Like people were asking me how did I get my whites? I clearly don't. I can't tell you. The ancestry of my horses are really messed up. Like this one was a predicted white horse. I got it on the second try actually. But the horses that started all were my horses Ruby and Anime. They started everything. And Anime had a baby. I bred it to a purebred dapple and got Roller Coaster. And that dapple had black mane and tail. And so Roller Coaster, throughout, every time I breed a horse with Roller Coaster, I get a black mane and tail. And specifically from him, he always gives me long manes or mediums. I've never had an extremely short black mane from this horse when I bred it. And from Anime, I bred these horses, Dark Transfers. I bred Dark Transfers with white, and I got this one. I know about these. And then I ended up getting a breed from a so-called, I don't remember if it was +8 lineage or not. But this horse right here, I'm going to show you how I got a black from that one, just from this ancestry. This horse had a baby, and I bred that horse to a pure black and got another white. Now I bred this horse to a pure white, Alina to a pure white, and got this horse. And then I bred this horse to a pure white, and I got a white horse that looked exactly like this, just white mane and tail. And I had it for a while, but the grades were lower and stuff like that. But ever since I got rid of that horse, I got rid of the other horses, and I ended up breeding Roller Coaster. This is the baby that I told you I got from Roller Coaster. Always got a long mane and tail. And then I bred Lucy, my Appaloosa, to a friend's horse, and I got this one. Now, how that worked, the genetics. I told you when I bred, I never got a black from that horse. All my horses were black long mane tail. This horse fathered this one first, got the long mane tail, and then fathered this one, got the long mane tail. That's how my genetics work. I use it. It works for me every time. I don't know if it's gonna work for everyone. But when it comes to this one, this is breed. I bred it to a buckskin and got a black. That came from the genetics of having that black in it from the jump. Gave me a +2 lineage from that horse, and then it was born black, so that's an extra +2 lineage, and I got a black horse. Now with Cookie, she was random. I don't know. I got it from the Pinto, of course, but I don't know exactly how the genetics work because I don't know that person's horse. I know that this far it was pure white, all up in there, and then it just had the starter horse, and then it just had the black Pinto. Now, as far as genetics go, you can see it on my account really well because I've looked at that. I look at that first, and then I go through. You saw that with Roller Coaster, and then Lucy, and then LDR. You see those mains. That's how I bred. But when it came to my starter horse breed, it had Alina. You can't really tell where they came from. But yeah, the three daughters of Breed, his his first daughter, long mane, crop tail. Second daughter, white horse, long mane, crop tail. The fourth daughter, which is not here, I freed her sadly. She was the same thing, long mane, crop tail. And every time I bred that pure white to another horse, well, guess what it was? It was a long mane, crop tail. Every single time. It worked with my account. Every horse I got, long mane, crop tail. And with breed, every horse I usually bred with that one, it was always medium, crop tail, or long thin, because that wasn't this. This is the daughter of breed, crop tail, medium mane. It works for me. I don't know if it's gonna work for you guys. And I know I probably talked somebody's ears off. They're like, shut the hell up, Darkest. We want to see some more videos. They probably exited out before this time. If you stayed, I don't know. I might just allow comments on this video and let you guys help me out with the breeding. But as you can see, it did. The breeding system that I have for myself, it worked because all my horses came out. I've never had a horse that I was like, where did I get that from other than Cookie? But once I looked through the ancestors, black and white Pinto, boom, that's how I got Cookie. She was a black. She had black in it from the black and white Pinto. But that's not from the logical standing. It's from the gaming's view. Not everything in this game is going to be immediately, you know, oh, it's supposed to happen. It's a game. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to make it too realistic because not everyone can play a realistic simulating game like this one. Now, that's as far as breeding goes as the update. And I tried to explain how you can get, like, Champagne Sabianos from different horses. I can try to explain that one. But if you don't want to explain it, you can click out. That's fine. Dislike the video, whatever. But this is I'm trying to help. Like, and also, if you get a horse born grade 5, the max that it's going to be is grade 8. You only get 3 grades to max up your horse, and you get 30 points per horse. And to do that, I am going to breed. And, you know, since I'm doing all my talking, Darkest, where's your proof? Okay, I'm going to show y'all proof. Okay. I'm going to try my best. Okay, I'm going to go for another white. I specifically like to breed with 6, grade 6, because I only use my whites to breed with. And I just go through, look for a purebred 9s. I usually go for 3 to 4 hearts, normally. Okay, and then it goes to good. Then I'll go through here. I'll pick a horse that I like. I'm gonna try this one has more hearts. I'm gonna breed it to this horse because this is my highest lineage. I'm supposedly to get a white because they're, you know, white and white, but I may not get a white, and I can prove exactly where that one is. Or I may not get any. Oh crap! I may not get anything. Okay, and then I didn't get anything, so what I'm gonna do is try again for another white, but I'm gonna go to the next highest one. I'm gonna just keep trying until I get a full, and then I'm gonna stop. Because if you can get really addicted to breeding, like a lot of people get addicted to breeding. Can I get a like on that video for that? An Appaloosa! Look at that! It's so cute! Some people call them dirty skins. I heard someone call it dirty skin. Okay. I'm gonna Insta grow it because I have plenty of these. I'm gonna call it dirty skin just for that. To prove how I got an Appaloosa, we're gonna go through. Oh no. First, I'm gonna go through its parents' ancestry. Black and brown, of course, and then white. Black, browns, and white. That's just common. That's the only way I can prove is that how that works. The blacks and browns mixed from the horses, blacks and browns, right here. Now, look at the details. Oh, it's a dishwater. That's the best way I can explain horses, how they work out and stuff. I hope it helped you guys, and I hope I updated my video where I said you can max out your horse from 5 or whatever. I really can. I honestly, no, Jazz, no. That's not how it works out. Like, I was so wrong on that one. And to end this video, I promised this guy some carrots. I'm glad he put his horse back up. We are going to breed him some carrots. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. And I honestly don't care about likes. But if you can drop a like, if it helped you, drop a like. If you like these horses, drop a like. If you think this is right, drop a like. I don't know. I'm trying. But I'll see you guys later, and keep on racing.